Hey guys, this is going to be a pregnancy update video. I do want to start off from the beginning since I've never done one of these updates before. I do have some history that I would like to share with you guys. I've been pregnant twice before. The first time that I was pregnant, I had a miscarriage, so I lost the baby. I did get pregnant again a couple of years later, and I did have an ectopic pregnancy. So for those of you who don't know what that means, it's basically just the baby getting stuck in the fallopian tube and not getting to the uterus. I had to go to the hospital and get emergency surgery done. So once I did get the emergency surgery done, the doctor let me know that they couldn't save my fallopian tube, and so now I only have one. He told me that my chances of ever being pregnant in the future just went down by 50%. So in my head, I thought that this meant I could never get pregnant again. So fast forward a couple of years now, when I was kind of feeling some symptoms that could mean you were pregnant, I didn't concern myself with it because I never thought that I was going to be pregnant at all. So I basically just felt breast tenderness, I had a couple of cramps, and so I quickly linked this to my period coming. I was late, but my periods are constantly irregular, so I didn't concern myself with that either. I then decided to take pregnancy tests, and I did take a couple and they all came out negative. So I took one on a Monday and it was negative, and then I took it again on a Wednesday and it was positive. Once I saw the two lines on the test, I immediately started crying. I got really emotional because of my past, because I thought I could never get pregnant. So this was a miracle to me. So at this point, I made my first appointment with the OB and I went from there. My first trimester was a little bit hectic. I had a lot of nausea, so I would throw up almost every day. I would be in the bathroom 24/7, constantly vomiting. My hormones were also all over the place, so that did affect me and the people around me. After my gender reveal, which was around the 3-month mark, I found out it was a girl. So I was kind of more calm at this point as well. After the 3 months passed, I wasn't throwing up anymore, so I was feeling better physically. And emotionally, my feelings were still crazy. I feel like your hormones do remain crazy the whole 9 months, but they were certainly getting better, and I was also getting accustomed to everything. The second trimester was pretty much a breeze, but this is definitely when the headaches and heartburn began. So before I got pregnant, I never knew what heartburn felt like. I had never experienced this before. So in my second trimester, I started to feel a lot more heartburn a lot more frequently. I also began to get headaches. I was more balanced with my feelings and my hormones. I wasn't really showing yet. I did begin to show around 4.5 months, maybe 5. When I reached my third trimester, I was very happy. It was definitely an accomplishment for me. I had never been pregnant this long. The times that I had been pregnant in the past, they had been total failures. So I was feeling very blessed. In my third trimester, I have really felt a lot of heartburn, more than I ever have in my whole entire life. I have also had a lot of breathing problems, not so much serious, but I do have some trouble catching my breath. I did have one scare where I had to go to the hospital because I almost fainted. And so the doctors basically just said that she's a big girl, so she's sitting in a specific section of my stomach that was blocking the oxygen from getting to my brain. So that's what caused me to nearly faint. So I do get shortness of breath at times, and I'm sure my belly's not done growing yet. So the third trimester is definitely the one where I feel the most pregnant, of course. My belly has gotten to a point where it's obviously noticeable, and my pants don't fit me. I got away with wearing my jeans for a while, but around late second trimester, I had to stop wearing them. They were just too tight. My belly was getting much bigger, and you are having another human inside of you, so you can only imagine the things that your body goes through that you are feeling. So it does take a toll on you, but it's definitely worth it. I've only gained about 13 or 14 pounds in my whole pregnancy, and I'm due in the next 2 months. Physically, I have made some changes, but emotionally as well. I have changed so much from when I first found out I was pregnant till today, and I have not even given birth yet. So I imagine that when I do give birth, it's going to be an even bigger change in my life. But you do completely change. You start thinking differently. Your mind is worried about different things. You're suddenly not worried about the same things you were worried about before. I do say it definitely changes you for the better. I am not my best self, but I am definitely a better version of me than I was back then. And you just keep growing in life and you keep maturing, and definitely a baby is just something that is such a blessing. So my due date is in 2 months. I'm very excited to meet her. I will be doing more of these soon. Hopefully I get to do about 1 or 2 more because we are so close to the due date. I would like to get some feedback on what you think about this video. I would like to hear other moms' experiences. Maybe you guys had the same symptoms as me, or maybe you didn't, you had it worse. I know that a lot of moms throw up their whole 9 months, so it's really just about who you are. Every baby is different and every experience is different. So I would like to hear more about what you guys went through. Thank you guys so much for